Texas is proud to be home to thousands of Hispanic entrepreneurs. According to the governor's office, the state not only ranks high among the top states for Hispanic-owned businesses, but we also lead the nation in jobs created by Hispanic women.
Yes, we do. Those businesses bringing the tastes and colors of their country to Texas and right here in the hub city. KLBK's Skylar Soto sat down with the owner of Llano Cubano food truck and explains why Hispanic heritage is so important.
Mi nombre es Ashley Zubia. Soy cubana y americano. My name is Ashley Zubia and I am Cuban American. I am a Latina female. It means a lot to me to be Cuban American. We love our heritage. Our culture is rich, it's colorful, and it really rings true in a lot of areas in my life.
Ashley says being Cuban has a lot to do with her being a hard worker and how they love family.
The biggest thing to me about the Cuban culture is family and food. And you know, I get to bring food to Lubbock, the Cuban food to Lubbock, so that's a huge thing.
And growing up, she never really knew how much being Cuban meant until she learned more about her roots.
My grandfather was Cuban through and through. I mean, the typical cliche Cuban man, the macho, gold, hairy chest, everything. So that's what I think of when I think of him. When I smell a really strong cologne or coffee, I always think of my abuelo. So that's like what the Cuban culture is to me.
Her dad even says how his father made a life for himself, and that is something that will forever live on, all thanks to him.
I admire my father for growing up where he grew up and how he grew up, and for having the desire to be more and have more, and figuring it out. Let's go to America so we can have all that stuff.
She says Hispanic Heritage Month is extra special for Hispanic culture and heritage.
This month is very special because it's a month set aside for us to recognize, remember, appreciate our heritage. You know, obviously we don't live in our homelands or our countries, but we do bring pieces of that here to America.
And as she creates a life for herself and her children, she feels it's important to pass along the Cuban culture.
It's definitely a big part of my life to be intentional about honoring the heritage and not letting it slip away, because, you know, generations and generations down, that culture, that heritage gets watered down, unfortunately. But you know, us as parents, us as immigrants, us as, you know, Latinos, we have to try to keep that culture alive. So doing these things intentfully and, like, you know, trying to make sure that my kids understand their heritage of being Cuban and Mexican.
Cuban heritage is one of many cultures that many may overlook, but is rich and true to those who are Cuban deep. Skylar Soto, KLBK News.
Thank you, Skylar.